everybody to my live stream here Friday morning on lichess and Twitch. We're going to be playing Blitz with the viewers. Alright guys, I'm taking challenges 5+3 casual. That's the only time control. You got it. Sumil Mitra. This is our first challenge for today. I had a little technical difficulty with the camera. It took me a few minutes to get it sorted out because I am a tech head, as you guys know. There's a lurker outside my office. What's going on? Alright, Pedro Damiano. Oh, that's the oldest book. Father Pedro. Astrobate, what's up? Good to see you. Gonna get me some water. This book is to be learned by playing chess and parties. Parties as in games. Parties. It's funny, like in a lot of languages, right? The game is party. Partida in Spanish. So a game played at a party would be a party. Welcome, Batman. Antonio Morales, VIP. Okay, this guy's not here. Unless I'm lagging or something. Don't ever get antivirus programs. They're just like viruses themselves. He's here. Wow. Alright. Sorry guys, I'm running a little bit late due to a camera problem. Seems to be working now. I'm particularly afraid of 1200s. But he has 1500 in bullet. See, this is unusual now. He's higher in bullet than blitz. I'm seeing the opposite pattern with most people. They're usually like 300 points lower in bullet. The antivirus programs, man, I got a laptop. We got a new laptop in the house. It's not mine. But it comes like with like McAfee. I haven't used McAfee in like 10 years. And it just like immediately starts with all kinds of crap and emails, and I don't want anything to do with it. It's just disgusting. Bishop c4, knight d4. You know, this is an old trap that Bronstein talks about in 200 Open Games. He said he doesn't know who it's a trap for, but truthfully it's just like, yeah, if knight takes e5, it's unclear. Possibly favorable for black. After knight takes e5, queen g5. But it's just better for white. This is like a bad bird's defense to the... It's just a bad bird's defense. More or less. Basically a trap. Astrobit, you know about that, I'm sure. Correct? You know this trap. Been there, done that. I have Norton on my computer, but I regret it. But it's not clear if we really need virus programs or not. Yeah, the Blackburn Shilling Gambit? Is that what it's called? If Microsoft would just do their job, we wouldn't need virus programs in the first place. You can get a free one that are not too bad. Bishop e7. So I'm going to hold on to this pawn, I guess. This looks kind of dangerous. Queen f3, bishop g4. And I don't know. I never got this far in this opening. He made an interesting pawn sacrifice. d5 just sacking the pawn, and then bishop e7. Is that like theory? Wow. What's up? Mad Ramus, welcome. Good morning, Europe. So another standard 1200. Playing black. I give up. Most 1200s just like hang all their pieces. Alright. I gotta stop trying to think about people's ratings in online chess. It just means nothing. I see people who are 2200 who play worse than this guy. And the opposite can be the case. I don't know. It was a weird gambit. It looks like he's trying to play rook d8 there, and now he suddenly plays c6. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Just when you thought he had a plan here with rook d8 to get the pawn back, he's just down a pawn for good. Still, it's only one pawn. It's not the end of the world, as they say. One of my dad's favorite expressions. It's not the end of the world. Do I take with the pawn or the bishop? I guess with the queen or the pawn. The queen. Right. Five plus three. Gotta get used to this. Tricky 1200s. Yeah, I don't trust anybody's rating anymore. Not gonna happen. No rating trust. This is probably the wrong move. He should have played bishop b4. It's really hard to shake that bishop on b4. He would be controlling like the e1 square. So he's too invested in playing quick to find the best moves. But he is really quick. Notably, 1500 in bullet. 300 points higher than the Blitz rating. Yeah, I'd be like freaking out if all 1200s played this well in like an hourly arena or something. And the blunder. We played a good game and then dropped the back rank mate. Where's the back rank mate? Always watch out for back rank mate, right? I guess I should have taken on c5. Welcome guys to the stream. And girls, not just guys. I don't mean to be sexist. The fact of the matter is there's not enough females who play chess, and that's a fact. Maybe the Queen's Gambit will help to change that. Just a little bit. I mean, dude, he hangs back rank me, but he finds King F8. Put up the maximum resistance in a piece down position, dude. And try to win on time. This is like ridiculous. Just resign. You're wasting time. You can play this out with your friend, but don't do it against me. You know, other 1200s and stuff. It's okay to play this out, but don't play this out against masters. Not because it's like bad etiquette, but it's also a waste of time and hopeless. I mean, I don't mean to be like rude, but any other master will say the same thing. This is just rude. You should just resign. Down a clear piece for nothing. Seriously, if there's ever been a position where you should just resign, this is it. Nothing unclear, no compensation, no pass pawn. You're just down a piece for nothing with absolutely no hope of saving the game. Yeah, alright. Whatever. So Morales, please be kind to me. Uh-oh. 119 games. He has 1,000 games. Great Lazarus. Great Lazarus. Why do I know the name Great Lazarus? Where did they play? In the team tournament. Our group team. Pawned a team on Tuesday. They played. Okay. We played them before. How many games? I think we played before. It doesn't say we played before. We didn't play with Great Lazarus. That's the strangest thing. I thought I did. Alright, Morales, what's up? How many games are we up to? You're going to be the first to 300. I mean, the first to 350. 200, 300, and 306 so far. First to 300. He already was. It's still early in the morning. Batman says, please be kind to me. Alright. Alright, let's take his challenge. I don't know who this character is, but we're going to take his challenge. I'm still not awake yet. It's 11 in the morning. Urgh. No. It's hard to wake up, but I am happy it's Friday. I always want to play something new. Let's play something different, right? The Aliakin variation with E4. I don't know this. Marijuana caused me to lose once with black. I've told that story before. I played the Budapest Gambit and lost with black against a player I would never normally lose to. My only Budapest tournament game ever of all time was this position with black. I went crazy and like sacked a piece or something for no reason at all. But I mean, the main thing is that black gets good play in the dark squares in this kind of variation, usually involving like bishop c5 somehow. That's why I was never really attracted to it. Some people like the space. I guess here you play f4. It's easy for white to like overextend here. Yeah, now you go f4. Why are you saying no? Did you go f4? I have to go f4. That's like the only line, isn't it? I mean, isn't f4 the proper variation? I don't know if I've ever played this, but I have a student who plays this line with black, with white. What am I saying? With white. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense if you played it with black. I do have a student who plays it with black. When f4 you went crazy, Lane of bc6. Are you asking me? Antonio, as far as I know, I thought you were the expert in the Budapest Gambit. Knight g6 and knight c6 are both moves, as far as I know. I think knight c6 is considered better. Wasn't it? I'm not sure about bishop c5. You know, I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot of new ideas in this type of position, but I mean, you might want to reserve c5 for your knight, because where's your knight going to go ultimately? The knights look really good next to each other on c5, so maybe bishop b4 check, and then knight a6, knight c5. But I'm surprised. I thought you were like a world-leading expert in this variation. I didn't know. Are you asking me? It's not a crazy try. What are you talking about? That's like a main line. I thought you actually knew this. It's a piece sack with not enough comp, but White needs to know how to rule it out. Man, I have no clue what he's talking about. Knight b c5. Yeah, that's what I mean. Knight b c6. Alright, what about my king here? We gotta get it out of there. We got a problem. We've got a problem getting my king out. Get out. How do I get my king out of the center here? Queen h5. It's not a stupid move. Maybe it's not bad. Maybe it is bad. I'm definitely going to lose on time. Damn, I don't know. One move at a time. But I don't like this situation where there's certain things about this position I don't like. Yeah, Queen e2. I'd love to play Queen e2 and Bishop e3. That was my hope. But even that is like big deal, you know? Like, okay, now I trade off your bad bishop. Who cares? You know? Whatever. It's not like that big a problem. Maybe I'm castling if I get lucky. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. I shouldn't have played this. In this time control, maybe on a weird Wednesday or something, but I shouldn't play a line I don't know in 5+3. Queen e2, bishop e3. Sure, it's like a 4 pawns attack, king's Indian. I wish I hadn't played c4, but at least it does stop d5. Obviously, I have to play knight f3 first, controlling d4, stopping queen h4 check in some lines, queen e2, rook e8, bishop e3. And it's not a magic bullet. Once I do that, like, how do I continue? Can I get an alternate plan, please? I never want to play e5. Well, okay, let me rephrase this. I don't really want to play e5. He can attack that pawn. I might want to play e5 when I'm better developed to open up tactical possibilities against h7, but I mean, the main problem is that White's king is stuck in the middle of the board. I have good control of the center, but no ability to castle. This is a big issue. Primary issue. Finding a way to get developed with that bishop messing with me. Knight a4 is another extreme idea, if necessary, but it's time consuming. f5 is just insane. Dude, that's insane. You're insane. There's no need to go crazy there. f5. I mean, in the best possible way. VIP Murales. I just don't see the need for going completely berserk here, when you could probably just play like normal moves and be good. But I don't know. Maybe it's good. Possible. Alright. A3 is super slow. There are other options. Taking, pushing, I don't know. Which way do I take here? Knight capture is more natural. But the obvious. What would Victor Korchnoi do? You have to. I guess I could play King F1. That might be safer. Might be safer has been called. Yeah. Oh, I was winning your queen. Didn't even notice. Whoops. That's a funny game, man. I'm sorry. Looks like Morales has to go. I want to see this. F4 is main line. This is main line. So the main move is bishop e3, preventing him from playing bishop c5. So that's the reason. Okay. I should know better, but I'm not familiar with the move order. I don't look at this much. Computer doesn't necessarily agree. It likes a3. This is bishop c5. Okay. So there's literally only 2 games that have been reached in this position, amazingly. Leon Levich against Shredder Yevich from 2017. Oh, this is interesting. So here, instead of going crazy, I expected black to play rook e8. And he should have a decent game. But f5 is really nuts. It may be playable, though. I mean, I don't know what my best move is. a3 is the best move. See, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Right, that's what I'm saying. Why do you play crazy when d6, rook e8? That's what I'm asking you. Yeah. Yeah, I think you have a good position. You know, the center looks ominous, but I can't really do much more. It's just like a Marazzi. You know, f5 is not completely crazy, though. I guess I should have taken the pawn, according to the computer. I didn't want to risk it, so let's see. Takes. Bishop takes, I wasn't sure. This the computer likes even better than knight takes. Yeah, so king f1. The other option here, more standard. So apparently my move is not so good. You should have played d5 right away. Why didn't I see that? Oh, I thought I could take on c5 or some fantasy. I don't know what I was thinking here. Yeah, so this was stupid. I mean, you really have me now. Stuck in the center. This isn't great. I should have played king f1. I should have taken with the bishop in the first place, so lots of mistakes there. Interesting game, man. Alright, please be kind to me. Wrong time control. 5+3 casual, Batman. 5+3 casual. I'm sorry I didn't notice that earlier, that you were challenging me to 6+5. I would have mentioned it. Please re-challenge to 5+3 casual, not 6+5. Normally I would play the 6+5 on a Monday or Wednesday, but Fridays I just do 5+3 so you can get more challenges to keep it moving a little bit. No, I mean, I try to be creative, Antonio, but it didn't work. d5 immediately. You were on the right track. I feel like playing more King's Indian or Grunfeld or something. So I don't understand. I haven't played Great Lazarus yet. Uh-oh. But I looked at this account before. Okay, he's not suspicious. I'm not saying Great Lazarus can be a cheater. I'm just afraid he's like someone that's banned from the stream, who created a Smurf account or something like that. But he's not. I mean, he has too many games. I checked this before. I don't understand how we haven't played already Great Lazarus. So you have 600 plus games, but the account was created a while ago. How have we played already? It's just 960, okay? Yeah, okay. What's up with c5 in this position? Can I play that? What happens if c5, d takes c5, queen a5? I thought this was a variation, but maybe I'm out of my mind. It's definitely a move on move 4. Lazarus makes me think of David Bowie. Alright. So, greater, lesser Lazarus. Lazar. It's interesting, Lazar must be an old name. Lazarus. It sounds almost Hungarian. It's older than Hungarian, probably. So queen a5 is necessary, I suppose. So what's the deal with this sort of ancient variation? Castles. What is this position? It's so strange that I thought I played Lazarus already. He's played in our tournament on Tuesdays. He said, I watched you the last 3 weeks but didn't play. Yeah. It was cool that you supported lichess. I did for 3 years. Just a mere 36 months I supported lichess with donations. But now I'm poor, so I'm taking a time out. I have no money for charity. Just trying to survive during the pandemic. Maybe when the pandemic ends, I'll start being a supporter of of lichess again. Finances are kind of tight. Guys, support the stream. Appreciate the gift sub yesterday for Mr. Slow. No problem at all. Move 11. Thanks, Astrobate, for the donations yesterday. Well, I mean, the point of the donation being cheap, lifetime donation, is how much, actually, lichess. I mean, Astrobate. Why would I, I want to support lichess. It's not a question of getting the icon or whatever. I'm in it for a different reason. Not to get the icon. A lot of people, they want to have a cool icon next to their name. I don't care about that. I just wanted to support the site, so I did. I wouldn't care about, giving them a lifetime donation so I can have that little icon forever. I paid, far more than the cost of a lifetime donation. But I am happy to pay more over time, but right now I'm a little restricted. I'm getting, what is this? Wow, knight takes d5. Queen d5. That's a crazy move, honestly. Queen d4. Knight d5, queen d5, bishop c3 check, bishop d2. That's a funny variation. Knight d5, queen d5, bishop c3 check, bishop d2, rook d8. Bishop c3. Queen takes c3 check, b takes c, rook takes d5. There's also rook d8 directly. You have to ask yourself, do ancient aliens really exist? Okay, b4 might be a problem. b4 can be a problem in a lot of lines. In the rook d8 variation. I mean, am I going to drop a piece there? Knight d5, queen d5, bishop takes c3 check. Bishop d2, rook d8. No, b4 doesn't quite work there. Am I missing something? Yes, of course. I looked at this, but it looks a little suspicious, honestly, for white. Trying too hard. Feels like white is trying too hard to make it work. He's in a very dangerous place. Very dangerous place here for white. I need to develop. Agnes Karaduski, in recognition of Astrobate's service to the stream. Service. VIP service. Jim, Agnes Karaduski, welcome, guys. Hold on a second. All right. VIP service from Masturbate. Thank you, Agnes Karaduski, for your service to the stream, supporting us with a 100-bit donation. Grand Lazarus. So if h6, queen h6. Knight b4. Bishop g4 is interesting. Could play f6, but it helps him develop. Bishop g4 is interesting. Oh, what a weird position. Grand Lazarewski. Whoa. That's not a good idea. I mean, White was playing really risky chess here. That's crazy, dude. Look at the mate. Oh my god, I never would have found it. That's so sick. What incredible mate. Aspirate, would you see this? King e2, knight g1 check. I missed that completely. That is an awesome mate. Cheating with the engine. I wouldn't have seen it, you know, panicking and time pressure. Probably would have, like, taken the knight on d2. How did he fall into such trouble? Well, I mean, losing the initiative. This is apparently dubious. Even though Naroditsky did it in 2017, Vladimir Belov. Queen a5 is apparently dubious. What other move is there? What do you want me to play here? Castles? Knight e4. That's messed up. That is seriously messed up. The computer has a theoretical novelty here for black. Knight e4. Does that work? Wow. Knight takes e4, d takes e4, allowing a trade of queens here. Check. Peter Svidler. Maybe this is okay. I don't know, I don't really like knight here, knight here. Yeah, I mean... So knight castles is a novelty. And he should play queen d2, not queen d4. Yeah, this is just a blunder. You know, how did he fall into this trouble? He should have taken a slightly worse endgame with bishop takes c3, queen c3, and groveled for a draw here. But he didn't want to do it. That's what I anticipated, of course. Queen g5 is a weird move. But with my time down to a minute and a half, like, there's no way I'm going to play perfectly here. This is apparently much weaker than knight a6. Just give me two threats. Here I didn't know how to win. I'm sure that I'm winning, but I wasn't sure what the best move was. Yeah. Alright, anyway. I'm not a theoretician in the Grunfeld. Knight b3 was funny. That's what I also thought might happen. I thought he was going to allow knight b3. I thought like here, here. This is a funny variation. He's like double pinned on both sides. After this, I thought he would sack all his rooks. Take my rooks. Queen takes check. I guess king e2. Queen takes rook. There was this article that what was his name? Minyev did for Sarwan's magazine Inside Chess. Take my rooks or something. Yeah, he's a better move there. He doesn't have to give up the 2 rooks, but I mean this is very awkward. No, I mean he should have just taken the slightly worse endgame. Please be kind to me. Me too. Please be kind to me. What's your real rating? All right. Approximately 1600. Chess 960. He challenged me to Chess 960, but he has no Chess 960 games. That's weird. Now, isn't that kind of weird? Am I paranoid? Your other account, you're like 2200 in Chess 960. That's all you play? Like troll on a roll? It seems funny that you challenged me to Chess 960. You have no rated games in Chess 960. E5 is good because this bishop on G1 is now hurt by that move. E5 has got to be like #1 move against G3 in this setup. Very hard to get this piece out. Of course, he has a little bit better shot to get those 2 bishops out on the diagonals with more space in the center. The fianchetto maybe isn't so great here. Knights before bishops. Yeah, it's funny. I'm always thinking about my bishops more than my knights. Knight in the corner is pretty bad. It's basically like a really weird closed double king pawn position. But my king is over here. Knight in H1, A1. That's the worst Chess 960. My A2 is just hanging. If you want to attack it. Maybe please be kind to me is secretly trolling a roll. Is that your alt account, troll? It's suspicious that troll isn't here, and this guy's challenged me to Chess 960. Are you the troll on a roll alt? Dr. Chipchance, sorry we didn't get to your game in the analysis yesterday. Thanks for giving up your place. We did get to the other 9 games in the list. Please be kind to me. Suspiciously trolling a roll like. This player was always challenging me to Chess 960. Actually, he was around recently. But just once or twice. Plays the opening in Chess 960 extremely well. That's my weakness. Terrible in the opening. Always bring your queen out early. Not a principled move. Almost have tactics. This I mean, both sides are trying to make their bishops great again. The joke is getting old. Not a joke anymore. Police officers start dying. I'm trying to use chess as an escape from reality. A takes B. Rook A1. Now we can get to the open file. It's weird that I can castle queenside in this position. Bishop F2, Queen A5. Castle kingside. That would be more of a closed Sicilian type of structure decision. But I don't think Please Be Kind to Me is really trolling a role. He's good, but he's not that good. Position 512 is just not used. What is position 512, Astrobate? That's normal chess? What do you mean? Who knows that? Is position 512 like it's like the 13th floor in a building or something? There's some superstition against position 512. It's like a horror movie. Or that's really like the normal chess position. But when they have a Chess 960 tournament, isn't that a possibility? Isn't it actually used? Does anybody understand? Is that position not allowed? Or just like it has the same chance as every other position? I guess I was under the impression that like normal chess starting position was just one of the many, and it would be allowed. What's the rules or whatever? Chess 959. I mean, that doesn't seem fair. I was wondering why I always lost in online poker. No, I didn't always lose. I'm just kidding. Pseudo-random numbers. I actually won more than I lost, but lately they became less random. Bishop C7. Seriously, Astrobate, I think it's allowed, isn't it? I've never gotten it now that you mention it, but I've only played like 200 Chess 960 games in my life, probably. I can't ever remember getting like the normal position. So maybe you're on to something. Wow. It is allowed. You gotta practice your normal chess just in case it happens. If you're a real Chess 960 professional. Please be kind to me. He has 1891 in classical, notably. He's one of Troll's relatives, probably. A slightly weaker version of Troll. Troll is tremendous at controlling the center and the opening. I do think that this variant of chess is beneficial to regular chess players. And I don't see any harm in playing it. The other variants could potentially be harmful, in my professional opinion. Like, I'm afraid playing Horde or Chess 960, Crazy House, variants that have weird rules could mess with your thinking of the board. I've always been afraid to mess with my game in that respect. Is it your scientific opinion, Astrobate, that 0 is a number? It's good that you enlightened us. I dropped all my math classes in college, but I did pass statistics twice. Zero is definitely not between 1. It's definitely not between 1 and 960. That's a good point as well. So please be kind to me as putting up some resistance here. The resistance. Miro, what's up? The big zero. Good to see Miro. The bright one, anyway. Some Miros I don't like. Alright, we got him tied up. Ready for fun. This bishop is a killer. I like statistics. I never really liked any other kind of math. Geometry, I like. That's the classic thing that noobs ask about chess players. The noob party question. You're a chess player, you must be good at math. No. I don't really like math. But I guess being good at something and liking it are different things. Okay, why don't I play Queen H6? Why am I waiting so long on this? It's clearly weakens his kingside. Because it's not a good move? Okay, that's possible. Good answer. It is a good move. Maybe knight g6 was better. Always go forward with the knights first. Was knight g6 better? Oh, no. No, no, no. It's not mate. You could have taken the bishop. Man, the smell of instant coffee. I have this, like, incredible associative memory of that. We used to play in this chess club a monthly quadrangular tournament, and the only good thing was that I really enjoyed was the instant coffee. If you're a real coffee connoisseur, of course, it's a disaster to drink instant coffee. Please be kind to me, just like turned on the overdrive speed moves. But it's funny how we associate memories with smells very strongly. The instant coffee will always instantly bring back that memory of playing in those quads, the Hamilton Chess Club. Dr. Chainsaw. Nice name. Nice, peaceful name you've got there. That was one of my most, like, traumatizing moments. Summer camp when I was like 10 years old. They let us watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was very confused. Alright. Probably not recommended for like 10-year-old kids. So, this player, do they have 100 games? No. I don't accept challenges from players who are provisional. Well, less than 100 games. That's my rule. Cheesy Noob, Mule Skinner, Sadamasa, Toasted Nose. Just Bullet. I'm going to have to decline that. Bullet doesn't count. Bullet is not chess. Gotta have 100 games, non-bullet, to play. You don't want to watch it. It's like this like slasher cannibal film that's like a cult classic. That's what I associate with chainsaws. That and like the other thing I hate, which is people like doing lawn care. I associate chainsaws with cutting down trees. I had to battle with these landscapers a lot. Cheesy Noob up with a C3 E3. Chainsaws are not good. Bring back bad memories. C3 E5 E3. Dr. V, Astrobate, cheers, he says. So, no, it's ridiculous to have a chess stream where you're playing bullet chess, honestly, Lazarus. What can Penguin I Am teach people from playing 1-0 chess? It's like crack. It's like chess on crack or something. I mean, it's cheap and ridiculous. I totally think it's destructive. All right. We can't learn from that garbage. You can pretend to, you know, but realistically, no. Luckily, we don't have a big obsession with landscaping in Hungary like in the United States. It's this huge industry. It's ridiculous. There's more things to worry about than making your lawn look like it was part of Disney World. I had neighbors like that. That's all they care about. But that's the meaning of their life. It's like almost like a sickness. That's nice. C4. All this scientific talk is very heartwarming. So what am I going to do here? Knight F5. Andrew Tang acknowledged the vast majority of cheating happens in bullet games. Well, dude, I don't know. The vast majority of games happens in bullet games. It's obviously harder to cheat in bullet, yet a lot of cheating happens anyway. The vast majority of games is bullet, because that's all these people play. In my opinion, a complete waste of time. Okay, look. It's a complete waste of time if you're trying to get better at chess. As entertainment or some sort of, you know, high-inducing drug, I can understand it, you know. I mean, whatever. Alright, Cheesy Noob. Let's just play a normal position. It is what it is. Too much information there, Dr. Tripchance. Chainsaw guy. Not a good influence already. Well, I mean, there are bots that can cheat, for sure. But they're probably fairly easy to detect by patterns. How do you, you know, cheat in bullet? I'm sure you can find a YouTube video to teach you if you're interested. Thank you, Satanic Chainsaw Guy. So, it's a normal King's Indian. Oh my god, am I up a tempo? No. Yes. Maybe. My friend Joe had a game where he did like H5, Bishop H6, I think, in a similar position to this. But we are a move ahead, in a sense, on a normal King's Indian. Chessboard serial killer? He serially kills chessboards? You might need a chainsaw for that. Perfect for the chainsaw, man. Now, Cheesy Noob is getting, like, positional. There's something up here. Why are you playing so positionally? Stand up count. Ponda. I am wearing a black and white t-shirt. Resemblance is striking. We try to focus on black and white squares. Why is the chessboard tan and brown? Well, the pieces are black and white, pretty much. Alright. Okay, so Cheesy Noob is suddenly rational. I don't know. He normally plays really crazy stuff. I don't know what's happening here. It's highly suspicious. Against this guy, you have to watch out to keep your knights protected from the bishops capturing them. He loves knights. He thinks they're worth more than bishops. Oh, by the way, I have on my YouTube channel a guy, my best video that has the most views. There's this guy that recently posted that he takes issue with me claiming that bishops are worth more than knights. At some point in the video, I said, my most liked video on YouTube, I said that bishops are worth more than knights. And so now we have this guy who's like, I take issue with that. I think that knights are just as good as bishops. I mean, you know, if you ever watch my videos, you'll understand that I understand perfectly well that there are situations where knights are better than bishops. You can't take things out of context. Of course there are situations where knights are better than bishops. The point is that bishops are better than knights overall, on the average. This is important to understand. We're not saying, like, you know, the bishops are always better than knights in every single situation, of course. Yeah, it's maybe like a cancel culture comment, I don't know. No, he really thinks the knights are better. He was arguing about it. I'll answer him though. It's such a classic kind of question. Give me your queen. The knight's only pieces that can make check, and check can't be covered by another piece. Yeah, it has unique capabilities. Knights are great pieces, but any computer programmer will tell you that they're worth less than the bishops. Any chess programmer, you know, they're probably like approximately 3.2, 3.25 pawns. I don't know exactly. I guess everybody has a different opinion about it. Bishops are mathematically worth more than knights. But some people just don't want to accept it. Cheesy Noob, case in point. This knight here is particularly bad. On the road again? I'm going back. This seems ridiculous. No, I mean, a lot of endgames. Fischer was the master, man, in the endgame with the bishop. He was evil. Fischer, one of the greatest, like, bishop versus knight endgame players of all time. He's probably one of the best players you could possibly study for bishops in the endgame. One thing I noticed systematically going through hundreds of his games, he was very, very good at bishop versus knight endgames. I always make that reference when I have a bishop versus knight endgame. So Cheesy Noob wants this to close the position. Why do I have to submit to that? I mean, in my mind, Anand is a very classical player. Cheesy Noob must be in pain. See, he like had to trade his bishop off because he hates bishops so much. Deep religious hatred. I don't know if I play in tomorrow's streamer battle, but I am going to inform everybody. I'm going to send a message. Personally, I can't promise I'm going to play, but I am going to send a message to all of our members this afternoon to remind them. Darina is hosting a team battle tomorrow on Saturday. WFM Darina. So our team is entered. You guys are welcome to play. I'm not making promises. Ah, lost on time. Cheesy Noob got me. You got me. I thought I could make it in time. I was going to play Rook H5. That's what happens when you have 5-second increment and you try to like change your mind about a move. Good job defending this position, Cheesy Noob. So Rook H5. Rook H5, H3, and problem is, I don't know, I wanted to play knight takes e4, but it doesn't really work. Black's better, but not necessarily winning here. I just flagged. It says I'm only like 0.2 better. Oh, it's equal now. Good job, Cheesy Noob. Members can't see the battle between your team's tournaments. What? Maybe I have to. I don't understand. We should see it. Let me see. What do I have to do? Maybe I have to enter? Really? I don't understand. Do I have to enter the tournament for everyone to see it in my team? I will send notification to everybody. That's weird. But maybe there's a reason for that. Why did my members see Levente's tournaments, but not yours? Actually. Actually, I don't see the new... Let me check something. Tranquilizer. A leader has to join to see it. Really? Okay. So I should join the Tranquilizer. I guess I didn't join this either. No, that's an old one. I don't know why Levente hasn't posted. I thought he hasn't made it yet. That's weird. Okay. Levente hasn't created his tournament yet. That's the problem. So I'll have to join for the viewers to see it. All right. I'll join your tournament, but I can't promise I'm going to play. I didn't realize that we had to actually join for the members to see it. I assumed if I was a team leader, it would automatically show up in my team here. All right, let's do it. Where's the tournament? Actually, where's your tournaments? There it is. Friendly team battle. So I'm going to join, and we will encourage everybody else to join. All right, I will send a message out today. So Saturday, what time is it? Tomorrow at 2 hours from now. What is the exact time start? In 26 hours. When can I see the actual time start? Where can I see the time start? 3 p.m. Alright. Same as... Yeah, you're welcome. Same as Sunday, just on Saturday. So now our members can see this. Sparkle Horse, Irun, and Asterbate. Alright guys, let's go. More challenges. Cheesy Noob. Cheesy Noob gets a time win. Good defense there. Alright, I'm gonna concentrate. Mule Skinner. Gotta get an open position against Mule Skinner. He's very good in closed. Guys, we also have... There's supposed to be a streamer battle, actually, but I don't know. I mean, I got a message from Levante Vita that there's a streamer battle on Sunday. Looks like he hasn't created it yet. You may join this battle, Chesteroid. Everyone's welcome to join. I'm just not promising to play on Saturdays. I work 6 days a week, so I kind of need a day off to keep my sanity. I can't work 7 days a week. Maybe if I feel up to it. I'm not sure. Alright. So we're trying to play this so-called Godiva variation with white, although I don't really believe in it. I played against David Bertsesh a couple months ago, my first game ever with a c4 system against the French. It's interesting. We try to play open position. Almost impossible to get an open game against the French. Mule Skinner loves closed positions. Anyone have another suggestion? How to play an open game against the French, other than c4 based systems. Now this could be a Danish gambit too, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe that doesn't make sense. I guess it could be a Danish gambit if I take on d5, but only there. Only in that case. I have to exchange on d5. Ned Ramis snuck me with a time win. I couldn't decide on a move. I was going to play knight takes e4, and then, like, after spending 2.5 seconds on knight takes e4, super sloth mode. I have my slow mouse right now. I had to put my other mouse, my gaming mouse, on another computer temporarily. Forgot to transfer it back, so I'll blame the loss on time on that. It took me 2.5 seconds to play like knight takes e4, you know, or something like 2 seconds to play knight e4, 2 seconds to like unplay knight e4 and try to play another move there. Yeah, I saw this in a recent game actually. This is also a Queen's Gambit accepted now after bishop takes c4. There's so many openings that are closely related. Queen's Gambit accepted, French defense with c4, the Petrov, so you have like at least 3 openings, the Danish Gambit. These isolated queen pawn positions are interesting because you can reach it from 4 different directions. Lasker Chigorin, where Chigorin proved that knights are better than bishops. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I started a debate about this, but I mean everything can be taken out of context. I never said that knights are always worse than bishops. I'm simply saying, in general, knights are better than bishops. There are obviously exceptions. Chigorin, very famous for his love of knights and closed positions. That doesn't mean that knights are better than bishops after all. It just means in certain positions they're superior. You've got to be objective. So that was a key line there. Bishop takes f3, queen f3, queen d4, queen b7. I saw like the exact same position played with Butchuk and Farago Ivan in September. Almost the exact same position. QGA, I think. Bishop f3, queen f3, knight b6, bishop b3, queen d4, queen b7. It's also better for white. But in this open position, bishops will likely be better than knights. But Bogey Knight is right. Chigorin very famous for Morozevich is influenced by Chigorin. Some players more than others. I always thought of Morozevich as a huge Chigorin fan. Not only because he played the Chigorin, but many other openings where he's shown an affinity for that kind of play. I think our closed position is superior to open ones. There's no answer to that. Totally sort of philosophical question that's impossible to answer. I think it's a matter of style, what you like. G4, bishop G6, knight E5, definitely possible here. Or we could try something more reserved. G4, bishop G6, knight E5, knight E5, DE5. Okay, this is a common idea in the Slav. G4, of course, involves some risk. So guys, there is an optional streamer battle on Saturday, and I will post a message to that effect for the team members. You have to play on the Sunday streamer battle. It's required. No, I'm just kidding. But I can play in the one on Sunday, most likely. That's on my streaming schedule. But it's cool to have a streamer battle on both days, because then people, you know, may or may not have that day free. So I don't have to take right away. I can hold off here. The bishop isn't going anywhere, or is it? The knight's very strong. He can try bishop e4 though. It's a tough call. This is interesting. Solid position for black though. Straight out of a Slav or even some lines of the Scandinavian. Queen f3. This pawn is under siege. So, what do you want to do? This position is starting to get to kind of bum me out a little bit. I just don't really have an advantage. Damn. He's fully okay. Maybe Magnus Carlsen can take it down. But only Magnus can win this with white. Bishop g5 doesn't really do anything. I figure queen d6. He'll probably play queen d6. Maybe you're right though. Maybe I should have done it. I thought queen d6 was a good answer, but it's true. It might cut off his bishop. I rejected it because of queen d6. Obviously, bishop e7 is a solid move for black as well. I don't think the bishop g5 is any special big deal. To win. No relation to To Not Min, our Hungarian chess streamer. To win. To win. Let's capitalize the To. What are we going to do here? I'm unhappy. Man, this guy is getting better. I am not a happy camper. Oh my god. Dude, this is not cool. This totally is not cool. Batman, thanks for the donation. Why am I like always in time pressure against everybody? Everybody plays like God. Neil Skinner's playing like God again. He's up to 2100 in classical. And rapid, I think we've seen a major increase. Bishop A5. We've seen a marked increase in Mule Skinners. And he's faster than he ever was. He's just gotten stronger. My god. Not the safest move. Super Knight. When we look at this game afterwards, I think we're going to see Black's play was almost perfect. It's pretty scary for me to deal with. Very solid. Damn. Mule Skinner Jr. is not that strong yet. I mean, I'm not better here. This is like walking a tightrope. I'm happy to get a draw. I would be pissed in like a rated game. What am I going to do? If it was rated game, I guess I would try to win somehow, but I wouldn't be happy about it. So, apparently 95 is wrong. Because you can take it. I should play knight h4. It's like a Slav. It's basically a Slav where my e-pawn is missing and his e-pawn is missing. If we have pawns on e3 and e6, it would be like an exact Slav. Just drop 2 pawns on the board. It's like a standard mainline Slav. Of course, you got to put his pawns on c6 and e6. I have to have a pawn on e3, but it's totally standard. 95. So Dr. Tripchance suggested bishop g5. I rejected it because of queen d6. I mean, actually, his bishop has this square if it needs to go somewhere, potentially. He could try to arrange that bishop back to c7, diagonal again. So we actually are following a game from 2000 after 15 moves. The main thing is that here, at this point, I started burning a lot of time in the equal position. Now I'm down to 9 seconds and he has a minute left. And it's like equal, but I'm very, very concerned about f5. It's possible that the whole position could turn to black's favor if he gets in f5 in the right position. So, I'm not happy here. I thought maybe f5 anyway. He should go for it. Peter doesn't like it. The pewter doesn't like it after bishop f4. Okay, maybe f5 was ambitious, but too much. You had this maneuver. Very good game by black. Lucky I even have queen f3. I guess here I could have played king f1. But I was happy to take a draw with no seconds left. So it's like a perfect game by both sides, pretty much. Virtually perfect game. Toasted Nose doesn't have any games. That's the reason why I can't accept his challenges or joining the team. I require 100 games. Chesteroid, you're not Testosterone. Or, I thought Chesteroid was someone else. Chesteroid, I thought you were, Amoeboid. Alright. We got hate mail from someone. No. Alright, Sada Masagana is up next. Guys, I'm taking challenge. We got another hour left. 5 or 6 more challenges. Amoeboid. There was another player for our team named Amoeboid. There's a streamer battle on Saturday. I'm going to send a message to the team members. You guys can join our Panda and Horses Club team. Grunfeld every game. So what do I do? Fianchetto. Amoeboid, like an amoeba. It's not amoeboy. It's an amoeba. I don't know how you say amoeba in French. Amoeboid, like the end of your name. Chesteroid. Amoeboid. A4, C6, yeah, I would probably play that move. Brain-eating amoeba. What is the difference? What is an amoeboid? Is that an actual word or something made up? It's something like an amoeba? Amoeba. Chess bay. Everything is something these days. Dr. Chipchance can answer our medical questions. Medical scientific department. Amoeba. In French. It's a friendly bee. It's an amoeba. French is not my strong point. No languages are, actually. I'm visual, not auditory. Okay. That's my excuse for not being good at languages. Visual memory. Thanks for sharing, Aspade. Did you study Japanese? Now, bishop a6 cutting down this diagonal. We'll have a little evacuation. Looks like he's in trouble already. Famous last words. Now, e3. Yeah, this move is poor. Poorly planned out. played by white. Oh boy. I guess I should have played knight e5. Knight e5 is interesting. Knight e5 with retreat square c4. Knight g5, man. I can't believe you blundered. So after e5, black just has a good game. This is horrible. I don't see anything. I mean, how can I not see e5? Computer still thinks I'm better. Okay, luckily. I didn't really properly analyze this. I don't know. But you have to play e5. That was a lucky win. The knight e4 is very impatient. I also don't think bishop a6 is right here. You're just forcing me to make a constructive move. You see how black plays this? I've probably had this position with black. I had a number of games with black in similar structures. Maybe I had to play it a tempo down, actually, after playing d6, d5 in at least one game in the past. But I don't think you should go for b6, having played c6. It feels like you should try for the bishop f5, knight on bd7 type of stuff, and play for e5. Computer wants to play h5. That's a deep move, man. It's like alpha 0. h5 preempting h3 and g4, or what? Wow, Stockfish with the h5 novelty. Over securing the f5 outpost for the bishop. I think black should play for e5 if possible. Well, I mean, black's structurally superior if he gets an e5. If he could get an e5, black has a strong point on d5 and white, you know, it's not only about activity of pieces. You have to look at the other factors. If black achieves e5, he has a better structure going forward. But that's something to think of, yes. But I don't know, you know, it's not so easy to just, like, kill this bishop and do something. You don't have to play for e5, but it's hard to find another break in this position. You know, what's black's break? You're gonna never break? Not easy. That's one factor, though. Definitely. Corona modernus. The dermis. Dermis epidermis. Alright. Modern crown. So, what? I used to play b5 often against knight f3, but a6 is more flexible. I actually don't mind this. Polish is a good answer against the kingside fianchetto, or at least a decent answer. This will probably transpose to some kind of normal line. d4. d4 is probably best there. a4 is interesting. It is interesting. Maybe a4 is good. If I can hold this square. Who is this? Modern Corona. Coincidence? Yeah, this looks like kind of correct. Trying to play d4 and a4, basically recommended style of play against this sort of setup. Basically recommended. Obviously, any sort of Polish defense is pretty risky. My king is in the center, playing a6, b5 early. But it's interesting and a good way to fight for a win. I guess you can play the Polish against d4, like d4, b5. Some recognized players have done that. d4, b5, e4, bishop b7, bishop takes b5, bishop takes e4, slightly better for white. Now what do I do? Now I'm a little unsure. Wonder about d5. Seems counterintuitive. Bishop f4 looks like a really good idea. Subtle play by white. If queen b6, a5, I'd have to put my queen on a7, which is a kind of messed up square to go to. So we could try it. This is kind of bizarre. Yeah, I don't know about this. I guess I could put my queen on b5. That's even crazier. Queen b6 is maybe going too far. Objectively, I probably should have just exchanged on d4 here. But white is slightly better. This is like way too experimental. I'm just asking for trouble. So he found that. Courting danger. Trapping my queen now. Bishop c7 is pretty weird, but it might win a pawn. Or what? Really? This wins a pawn? Seriously? Whoa. Who plays this move? Wow. I guess I can just resign here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just losing the pawn. I already analyzed that line. This looks like game over. I try to be creative. I missed knight d5. Damn. That's the only move. Totally missed it. Bishop c7's engine, right? Yeah. It's not the best move. Wow, it's not the best move. Yeah, I mean, queen b6 is crazy. Bishop f4 is a new move. Quite strong. I should just play pawn takes pawn, I think. White's only slightly better after that. Why is bishop d5 wrong? Well, I'm just losing a key pawn. I mean, I'm basically lost. This position's been played 4 times. White never won a single game. think I played this guy Barajuk once. Sounds familiar. But bishop f4 novelty. I have to play cd4. White plays bishop c7. This didn't even enter my mind. But if any other move, I'm toast. I mean, I thought this is my best move. I just resign here. You're expecting bishop b6, right? Queen b7. I thought about sacking my queen. This was the other option. A much better practical chance than resigning, of course. But objectively not enough. I mean, I looked at this. I looked at this, and I looked at this, and I'm just like down a pawn with like a crushing pass pawn in my face on c5. There's no way I'm surviving. You got to play knight d5. Vasilius Catronius. He's 2600 in puzzles. It's Catronius. Perhaps. He's a Catronius. Fake. Catronius. Maybe the real thing. Catronus, it said. He's probably not even Greek. Alright, Dr. Chainsaw. So, Dr. Chainsaw, do you have 100 games? Okay. That didn't work. A little bit of a premature resignation, but I just didn't see knight d5. If I don't see knight d5, I'm -2. Better to play another game. I mean, I'm not really here to have a lost position after 10 moves, and let's just move on. I could have sacked my queen, and I didn't think I had enough. I'd rather just play another game. Play another game, Schnoofy. This is an old variation that I played a few times. It's not great, but it's okay. It was played in Karpov-Kasparov. Some Karpov-Kasparov, like Rapid Game or something. This is an interesting line, isn't it, this? Something's wrong here. Wait a minute. Yeah, I had this game with... Wait, I think I had this position with the Grandmaster Nigel Davies. That was like in 1993 or something. A long time ago. He just doesn't even care. Hey. So, maybe I had the wrong position, though. Sorry. Check. Yeah, I thought this was the right position. White's supposed to play like Queen d3. Yeah, Queen d3. This is my game with Davies. Queen d3, c takes d. Knight takes d4, knight c5. Something like that. Dr. Chainsaw just doesn't care. He's like, whatever. I guess I can take. Always take. Normally not a pawn grabber. Schieberspieler. I mean, I like to play Blitz, but I want to learn something from these games. I'd rather resign -2 than play on in a hopeless position. Dr. Chainsaw. Is my queen trapped? Multiple pawn sacrifice game. I'm a little concerned about this. I mean, black might be in trouble here. Sean Pinto says, who's the strongest player you played? Well, that's depending on, you know, who was the strongest player I played at the time I played them, or like all time, you know, achievement. I played Carlsen, Caruana, Aronian, but none of them were at their peak when I played them. So I don't know. Like if I had to say like who was the strongest player I played at the time I played them, it would have probably been a very long time ago against Beliavsky, when he was like 2690 or something, 2680. I don't think I've ever played a player who was over 2700. Like the highest rated players I played were like high 2600s at the time. This is dangerous for me. Yeah, I played Kamsky, but Gata was retired for like 10 years. Queen A4, played instantly. Does that trap my queen or something? Are you kidding me? This is a joke, right? You're trapping my queen with the move Queen A4? You're not even kidding me, right? Because I can just resign again. You're like 1500, you're going to trap my queen in mid-board? I'll just resign. Dude, if that move like wins by force, you're a computer. Seriously. I mean, whatever, dude. Check this out. I'll just resign again. Queen A4 has got to be an engine move. Whatever, dude. I don't want to play your computer. Alright? It's not interesting. Dude, whatever. Alright. I'm so tired of playing people who are using their engines. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, I played really bad moves. $1500s play like that all day long. It doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. This is not a 1500 player who plays his moves instantly. It's obviously a cheater. He's not even playing the #1 move. It's so boring to play these people who do this, you know. The last game might have been a cheater too. I have no idea. Like, you should grow up, seriously. Thanks, Chesteroid. The only reason I'm resigning because I know you're using an engine. Likely using an engine. It's like, I can play it out against a human and have a good chance there. But I'm not going to sit here and play a computer on my stream. Against a 1500 human, I would have beat him from that position. But I know that's not going to happen. So why bother? It's so depressing. Just wasting my time. No, it's unclear. I can sack my queen again. It's like the last game. I can play d3 and sack my queen. I see this. It doesn't matter. I don't want to play against computers. 1500 blitz players who are 1200 in rapid or 1200 in bullet, and they play queen a4 against me in 3 seconds. Of course you're using your phone or whatever. You wouldn't be 1500 if you could find moves like that. That's the problem, see? You're not even 1800 or 1700 or 1900. You're 1500 because you're a beginner. You don't find moves like queen a4 if you're 1500. It's like, whatever, hopeless. So depressing. Congratulations, you just like gained nothing from cheating in chess in an unrated game. What can I do? You know, I'm not going to waste my time finishing a game against someone who I think is like 99% a cheater. My accuracy is usually really high. He's 1200 in bullet, and he's playing queen a4 in like 4 seconds against me. I don't need a crystal ball to know that it's a guy who's cheating, you know. He doesn't have to play perfect moves to be a cheater. But when you start playing like 600 points above your rating, like strength-wise, you're probably not. Rook b1 is an interesting move. It's just a kid who wants to tell his friends that he beat a titled player. I'm also adjusting my level of play to the rating of the players that I play. If I thought my opponent was like 2000, I would probably try to be more accurate. But I'm not trying to like murder him by playing perfect accuracy. Now here I gave chip chance a pawn because I'm tilted. This is a bad move. I blundered the c pawn. Maybe I have some compensation, but it's not enough. I got tilted from these games, unfortunately. If you're 1200 in bullet, you can't play, you know, a perfect queen trap like you're playing second best engine moves every turn. That's why you're 1200 in bullet and 1500 in blitz. If the guy was like 2000, I would give him credit for playing a real game. But the rating doesn't add up. I see this all the time. Sometimes people are like letting other people play in their accounts and stuff. If you say, okay, it's my brother, he's like 2100. Like, alright, I accept that. I don't like it, but I accept it. Dr. Tripchan's a strong player. Sorry I got tilted here. But I just get demoralized by people cheating. Lost my concentration. I really shouldn't have played you now. Moderator verified. Mubai. It's so sad, man, when I take these like randoms to play in my stream, like 1 or 2 out of them is cheating. Because usually I take the subscriber challenges, people that I trust and I know. They can't police. It's like they can't police all the cheaters on lichess. How many? There's 100,000 people playing on the site. How many can they like manually process? There's no way you could keep up with it. Yeah, it takes you a while to figure out something like that. You don't just like play it. Dude's 1200 in bullet. How fast can he find like a sophisticated queen trap? Of course I can sack my queen and be like, you know, clearly worse. But I expect to lose anyway. Now I had a weird situation yesterday where someone, I wasn't sure if they were cheating or not, got banned. I just, you know, it's such an awkward thing knowing whether people are cheaters or not. Like, there's this guy who played on my stream, and I honestly took him at his word that he was a legitimate player, but his account got banned. So I don't know what to say. You know, maybe he was cheating, maybe not. I can't prove it one way or the other. In a lot of cases, that's all that it is. You cannot prove it one way or the other. I mean, if someone like gets accused of being a computer, can you prove that in a court of law? I'm not going to go there, you know. I can only guesstimate if people are cheating, but a lot of people do. It's particularly frustrating. It's against my honor code, you know. I put a lot into the game, so it's something that I'm very sensitive about. But Dr. Chip Chance is a strong player, I guess, and not a good opponent for me after I lost my patience. Here, we had Queen F5, Bishop D3, I'm like slightly better, Queen C8, castles, and I just like blundered my B pawn on my C pawn, my B pawn on C4. Blundered my B pawn on C4. No, I mean I just have to play Queen E2 there. Concentration. WJ Lou, thanks for the donation. But not having a good start here. Bishop takes F6. Alright, it's enough for me. I cut myself off. I'm cutting myself off. I need a timeout. Alright, I just hung a piece. I'm on tilt officially. I got too many challenges. I can't play all these games. So we only got 20 minutes left on tilt. Upsets me when people do cheat, you know. I just hung a piece, man. I thought this works. You have rook takes e4. I just blundered a piece. But I was totally like failing to concentrate. Yeah, God is a pretty negative person. I've got more challenges, Trip Chance, so I'm gonna have to take the other challenges. But next stream, we're happy to play. You got your win. It wasn't a good one. I'm sorry. You feel a little gypped, but this is opportunity to play some weaker players too. I'm not really in good form today. I would rather not play you while I'm in this condition. I lost a couple of games in 10 moves that I suspect. One of them at least was suspicious. So we lost our concentration. So now I get a 2293. Seriously? I'm not in the mood for this. I just lost 3 games in a row, and I have to play the 2300. Bullet player. Alright. What is that? Dr. Oz. See you later. Gotta love the fact that people need to use assistance. Well, they use assistance. Yeah. The problem is, astrobate what happened yesterday. What I'm talking about. These gray area games where you're not sure if they're cheating or not. Like, I don't want to falsely accuse people, but at the same time, you know, a lot of people are cheating, so it creates a very awkward situation. There's a guy who was on my stream, I'm telling you, what do we do about these players where we're not sure if they're cheating or not? That's the thing that bums me out, It's just really hard to detect if they're cheating or not. I don't want to accuse people falsely, but at the same time, it drives me crazy that people are cheating. So it puts us in a really awkward situation. The guy on my stream, I don't know. I didn't think he was cheating, but he's been banned from lichess. One of the players, his account was blocked or whatever from playing in rated games. It's a serious problem. And there's no like perfect way to solve the problem. All I can go by is by ratings and the level that people play. You know, if a 2,000 player plays a great game and beats me, I can sort of believe it. But if a 1,500 comes, you know, with a master strength game, I mean, that's not usually happening. So I'm going to be much more skeptical of the people who play almost perfect games, who are rated below 2,000, below 1,800. With people over 2,000, I can give them a lot more leeway. But at the same time, I mean, you know, there's still going to be false positives. People who are innocent are getting accused of being cheaters sometimes. Maybe Grandmaster or an IM like me gets angry because he loses a game and somebody's account gets blocked. I try to be very careful about, you know, reporting people. Even if I get angry during my stream, it doesn't mean I'm going to go off and like report you on lichess. I might block you on my stream. That doesn't mean I'm convinced you're 100% a computer, but I don't want to play you. And I can't play people who I suspect are cheating because I can't concentrate in those situations. If I think that someone might be cheating, I cannot concentrate at all. You know, there's no way I can play that player if there's, in the back of my mind, a suspicion that they're cheating. They're basically, I'm poisoned toward playing them. I'll never be able to play like I was playing against a human. I won't report someone unless I'm absolutely sure that they're a computer, though I'm very careful about that. I might, you know, suspect something, but that's different. Lately I haven't had too much problem, but in this kind of challenge on Fridays when I'm just playing random people, it's slightly more likely. Most of the people who come to my stream regularly are strong players who want to get better, and they're not. Their incentive to cheat isn't that high. You know, if you want to get better, it's a good place to learn. But if you just want to play a game and act like you beat a strong player to show your friends you're a great player, you know, I just won't play them. This is a strong move. So I don't know, Lupo's good, but I'll just say this about this account. The other thing is I don't want to play people who have less than 100 games. I don't know why I accepted the challenge from this player in the first place. I think it was an accident. I beat them somehow, but I normally will not accept challenges from this kind of player. Like, he's got just 4 blitz games, 7 rapid games, and a bunch of 21 bullet games. You know, this is not enough games for me to be confident that I'm playing a human. I don't like to play this kind of makeup. Just a few games. I'm trusting Lupo because I played one other game with them before. But against my rules. I like to see accounts with at least 100 games. We know that they're here to stay. So my bishop's hanging. I'm down a pawn. Any other good stuff happening here? Bishop takes d4 doesn't seem to help me. One way or the other. It looks like I have another lost position. This is like my 4th lost position in 4 games in a row. Asperon raises an interesting question. I hate when the stream becomes completely about talking about people cheating, and other people don't like it as well. But I kind of disagree with Asperon. Yes, you have a point. Like, there's a slightly less likely people that have paid accounts are slightly less likely, but not at all guaranteed. You're right though. You're right. Yeah, it's slightly less likely. But one of the problems with that on the other end is that chess.com is less likely to ban people who are paid members. And paid chess sites like chess.com, ICC, on ICC they would never ban anybody that was like a paid member. I must have reported like dozens of cheaters, and if they were paid, you know, they were all paid members. It was like they would not ban people. They're like, no way, we will not ban people who have paid accounts. So on the one hand, they're less likely to be cheaters. On the other hand, the site is less likely to ban them because they don't want to lose the money. That's one reason why I don't like pay-to-play chess sites. The incentive is not there to ban cheaters. So I dropped a piece. Well, anyway, it was good playing you. Let's check this game with analysis board. That's 4 games in a row I lost. Everybody is like God. What's his CPL? 4 inaccuracies, 25 CPL. You know, I don't know if this is a cheater or not. Probably not. But now people are so good at cheating that you can make it look like you're not a cheater and you are. Yesterday I saw a game like 78 cent upon loss where a grandmaster accused his opponent of cheating. I think like the grandmaster in question had like 70 cent upon loss or 50 cent upon loss, and his opponent had like 70 cent upon loss, and the grandmaster in question was convinced his opponent was cheating. What's that? Schieberspieler. You know 2 of them in person? There were things when a not cheater got banned. Yeah, I mean that's a problem. But an ICC was a problem. They weren't like doing anything about cheating over there. One of the reasons why I stopped playing on that site. So, but the only reason I don't like playing this player is because they don't have an established rating. You know, I don't like the fact that I'm playing someone who's 2360 based on 21 games. You know, 7 games. This is, they've got to be around for 100 games at least before I would like trust playing them. Probably they're legit. But, you know, I'm paranoid at this point completely. Check out White's moves, like perfect play. All the key moves he finds here. C5 at just the right moment. He didn't play it right away, but this is very strong. I'm basically lost now. And you can play the second or third best move and easily beat Magnus Carlsen. Every single move. I will not accept any more challenges from people who do not have an established account. That was the last time. It's just a waste of time. I'm just paranoid. That's like 4 games I've lost in a row. We have a Discord server. Do we have like a Discord server? Today's probably not a good day. You know, I've never lost like 5 Blitz games in a row, probably, on my stream. Today we could set an all-time record if LBM beats me. Yeah, Muckaluck, you can try stuff like having a Zoom chat or whatever, but it's only look, my opinion about internet chess is that it's not the future of chess. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I don't see a future for online chess in terms of competition, serious competition. Cheating is going to destroy chess. Computers are going to destroy chess. Hopefully over the board we can still have chess tournaments. But I'm not optimistic for you know, interventions like Zoom calls. It would be so easy to get around that, honestly. I don't want to make any suggestions, but really easy to get around. You're into the Discord server. We have a Discord server, Pub Sladgie. I just have been kind of lax lately about doing stuff. Can we do Discord command? Does that work? I mean, I agree the Zoom calls can help, but exclam Discord. Thank you, Shiver Spieler. I got the exclam in the wrong place. So this will be 5 games I lose in a row. Probably. My worst tilt of all time. But what I start doing when I tilt, and I was talking about this with one of my students yesterday, there's like blatant tilt and there's like sort of subconscious tilt. So you gotta subconsciously start playing stuff like openings you normally don't play. I've done this in tournaments. I'm playing the black side of the dragon here. I normally do not play the black side of a normal dragon. That would not be a thing I would do under normal circumstances. I'll start playing all kinds of reckless openings. The first game I lost in the stream, I played the Polish defense. Now, if I knew I was playing like a master, I probably wouldn't do that, you know. But if I thought I was playing a 1500, I'm going to play a little differently than if I'm playing someone who's like 2200, something like that. But that's the problem. When I start playing people who are 1500 who play like masters, I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? I would think if you wanted to cheat on the Zoom calls, why you just don't have like a second monitor on the back of the wall of the room where you're like analyzing with Stockfish or something. I mean, what if you have another huge monitor set up just behind your computer? How would anyone prevent that? It's like absurd. It's so easy to cheat. It would be like hopeless. Can I play e5 here? This is another reckless move. Now maybe it's good. Monitoring, yeah, that's interesting. Technology to monitor like workers in the financial sector. But that's different. I mean, you're in an office where the environment is, you know, you're monitoring people. How can you monitor them at home? I mean, it's not quite the same. If I wanted to cheat in a chess tournament, it just seems too easy, you know, online chess. Let's put it this way. I would never like put up my money to sponsor an online chess tournament. That's for sure. Knight f4. Well, I understand that some brokers work at home, but we're talking about a different thing. It's not a competition. I mean, they're working. It's a different thing. It's like the technology I'm sure you're familiar with, but I still don't think we can solve the problem with any sort of intervention. The only future with chess is like online chess, carefully monitored. I mean, live chess, carefully monitored. People are even cheating in live tournaments. This is a very specific thing, but yeah, the longer the time control, of course, the easier it is for amateur cheaters to cheat. You've got your like professional cheaters, you know, they're different categories. Like high-level professional cheaters and then sort of weekend warriors. But I mean, what if you just cheat against me and then you go back to playing normally? You're not going to be able to detect that. The guy who's 1500 who just cheats in the one game against me isn't going to flag anything. He's going to go back to his normal routine, or maybe occasionally cheat in an important game for his unrated tournament or whatever. I mean, that's nothing we can do about it. Here we go. Losing again. I need to be very, very careful here. It feels like White has played really recklessly, made a lot of substandard decisions, but at the same time maintained generally reasonable position. And I'm just always behind on the clock against everyone I play. It's unbelievable. I'm slower than literally all of my opponents. Rook takes g6 now. I really didn't want to put my bishop on e5. I was hoping to get bishop h6 at some point. But thanks to the regulars who support the stream, today was kind of a tilt day. Open challenges. Guys, I think I've got to go. Chessmaster challenging me to 3-0. One last game. I'll play Hey It's Miro. I've got a little extra time today. No, I'm sorry for the tilting is bad. I wish I could play better. Sheeperspiller is going to stream. Now you can see some good chess. I didn't have it today. Alright. I totally forgot you're going to stream, Sheeperspiller. I can raid you before I even start my game with Miro. And it doesn't matter if every single game I play is streamed or not. You can wait? Are you sure? Okay. It's going to be like another 10 minutes for one last game. I wasn't sure if you had a set time when you wanted to start. Buckle luck. There was this student I have who was doing a USCF Zoom call, and his opponent like took off his shirt in the middle of the game, and they had to like stop the Zoom call, and the moderator came on and stuff. It was a disaster. The whole call had to be stopped. I mean, it's a crazy situation. His knight is a problem. How strong is black? I mean, is white? This is a 1900. Even the 1900 that I'm 10-2 against is like mowing me down. Faster and stronger than me, and you're 1900. Man, I don't know, dude. I think they should take my title away, honestly. How am I an international master? It seems kind of hard to believe. Are you serious? I have this move. He's like trying to crush me. White's been like psychotically playing for a win. I thought, you know, a draw would be enough. So he just basically didn't want to draw. He wanted to play for a win or lose. After playing like God the entire game, he went too far in an attempt to win the game irrationally. That's the only way I can win. My opponent has to completely go nuts in an attempt to win a drawn position. That's pretty sad for me. But we're going to win, but it's a very empty victory. Alright, last game. I gotta go. Hey, it's Miro. Guys, there is a team battle tomorrow. Optional team battle. And I will message the team about that. Also, Sunday we have 2 streams. 3 p.m. and 6:30. So my losing streak broken by a very unimpressive win, where my opponent went nuts, trying to go psychotically crazy with King H5 and over there. I mean, he's a pawn up in ops color bishop and rook's position. He could have stopped my rook from penetrating with like bishop d5, and then tried to outplay me. Instead of that, he went crazy. Yeah, I mean, you're clearly a very strong player. Maybe irrationally aggressive in that situation, but okay, you were 2100. No, you're 2100 in all your ratings. But I'm just trying to understand if it's like complete tilt on my part, or is everybody just brutalizing me? You cannot lose that position, and you're a pawn up normally with chances to win. It was a good plan, like a good plan if you have to win for, you know, all or nothing. But realistically, you have to prevent counterplay with bishop d3 or bishop d5, and I'm gonna suffer for the rest of my life. But after I lost like 5 games in a row, I mean, I'm pretty much don't know where I'm at anymore. b5 is the main line. a6 is a6 is a sideline, but it's popular. Pretty popular. I don't know about knight on bd7. I think it's normal. Queen e7. Knight h5 I've seen real early from some people. I think the Hungarian I am, Attila Parkanyi, played this against me years ago. I lost with white trying to play aggressively. But I don't deserve to win the last game. Draw maximum. But that was a bad dragon. I have no business playing the black side of the dragon. Don't know what I'm doing. Accelerated dragon is one thing, but when I start to get positions that are closer to the normal dragon, I'm out of it. So this is a book position, I assume. Maybe bishop f4 or rook e1. I don't know which one is better. As I said, I've got a few games along these lines in the past. Well, theory says b5 on move 8. But this is a move that, a system where black is going to play for a win. The b5 line, which Gashimov played all the time, is, sorry, move 9. It leads to a lot of forced lines, and the black really doesn't objectively have winning chances in. This keeps the game more complicated. So this is very similar to my game with Parkani. Though I think he played knight h5 at some point. Maybe Parkani played knight h5 right away? That doesn't make sense. I don't remember. Knight h5 here. You could play knight h5 still. It's a lot like a King's Indian. Yeah, he's not a bad IM. Pretty good player. I've lost to him a couple times. He's legit. You know, there's some weak IMs in Hungary. In all countries, probably. But there's a lot of floating around players who are like 20, 2275 in their IMs and stuff. I mean, Parkani is pretty strong. He's legit. Bishop d7. A lot of IMs running around who are like 23, 29. Some kind of embarrassing rating. My rating is embarrassing. So good job by Hirtsmiro. So f4, queen d4 check. Black is still in business. Wonder if I could play it anyway. f4, queen d4 check, king h2, and then just business as usual. My development is not great here. So now knight h5. Yeah, I don't like this. I screwed up. Now knight h5, black is good. I can play g3. Looks dangerous. Knight h5, g3. f5, f4, queen d4 check. Bishop e3 is not a great square, but it's better than h2. If I get my bishop on f4, it gets attacked, I will retreat to e3 usually. We want to play for f4, absolutely. How about queen d2? Queen d2, f5. Queen d2 is a weird move, but it might be good. Probably not. This is not good coordination. I wanted to play g3, but it also doesn't look great. No, that's the wrong move. I don't think he should be playing for b5, but f5. The problem with f4 is that he's going to play queen d4 check. And I'll have to play something like king h2. Okay. My plan is to play f4. But I decided to slow down his queenside majority. Now there's a problem with the b2 pawn. Chess is brutal. Chess is so hard. At least Hirtsmiro has to use time. Most of my opponents don't even have to use time. f4 queen e4 check is a big problem. Then he's trading on d2 and taking my b2 pawn. Objectively, queen e2 wasn't a good move. That's a fact. So now I'm basically in a trouble situation. When in doubt, retreat all your pieces to the back rank. What does this even do, you might ask? Well, it protects my b2 pawn. Good game by black. Can't say the same for myself. Passive move, though. I don't like bishop c8. Unnecessary retreat. Okay, maybe I have to take here. There was like this nasty knight f4 trick, which I just saw. Black's played a great game. Played the Benoni all his life. A natural. So the central pawn break. Central bank. Central Bank of Hungary. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back on Sunday. Rook b3 is a neat idea. But I mean, seriously. Bishop takes a6, rook a8. Maybe I could even sacrifice an exchange here. e6 is tempting. What is black threatening? Knight g3? Man, I don't know. e6 is like desperation. Feels like. Totally desperate. He has knight g3. I guess knight g3, bishop c4 is a problem. Alright, we managed to win a game. Only because of bishop f7. Alright, Schieberspieler soap opera coming your way. What's up? We got a good number of viewers. Thanks for the follow. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Schieberspieler up next. Later. Bye-bye.